It's Leonie Dawson and she refuses to be categorized. She refuses to be categorized. Woo! Oh, my queens. Okay, welcome back to Leonie Dawson Refuses to be Categorized, the new era of Le Podcast. So, of course, I am joined with the incredible, the stunning, the
Madi Beaufort.
Madi Beaufort. And one thing I want you to know about Madi Beaufort is that she's like one of the most beautiful humans I've ever met in my life, internally, but also I don't know if any of you relate to this, but she actually was scouted as a model as a teenager.
Oh,
so
stop.
shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up.
Oh my goodness, Leonie.
She's a very attractive person.
No, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
yes.
you are.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm struggling. I'm trying not to deflect compliments, right?
Oh.
Like it's a big. So I'm like yes,
Yes.
but I'm like internally. But yes.
How do you think I would behave if I had been scouted as a model as a teenager?
I don't think there'd be a second that I'd talk to you. You wouldn't bring it up in every conversation.
Correct,
I think
correct.
It'd be
I
beautiful.
think just own it. Own it. It's like, and also like, it's like our friend Amanda Rootsey, who is one of the most
Amanda,
beautiful people I've ever met. Like, deeply, her
inner
heart
soul.
is so good, truly good. And she also is done European runway modeling and regularly
But you
models.
look at her and you're like, yes, like absolutely.
Yes, bitch.
Divine.
Yes. So, I just love knowing these people who have known for their ridiculously good genetics. And I am so proud of you.
We feel exactly the same with you,
Oh,
Leonie.
oh no, thank you. Thank you.
You're sunshine in a person. I'd actually love to see you walk on a runway. I think a lot of people would.
Yeah.
Let's
yeah.
make that happen this year. Can we make that a goal? I know you're,
I
yeah.
hate leaving the house.
Oh,
though.
come on. I reckon.
I'm really good on the photo shoots. You know that.
Yeah,
like I
oh my
fucking
God.
turn it on.
Never seen anyone look better in glasses in a photo shoot.
Yeah.
Like you are
Yeah.
out of this world.
Yeah. And like the way that you react when I put my photography face on as well. You're like, what the fuck is happening?
It's like something comes. It's something comes.
Something
Me.
comes. Yeah. Everybody inside.
Everybody in the
Nobody's panties are safe.
room. That's it.
It's
beautiful.
It is. We did a videography last year. We did a video shoot last year.
Yeah.
I'm probably due for another photo shoot because Ellie was my assistant the last. No,
I think it was me.
no, it was you. I'm so sorry.
No, I do. But let's do it.
Let's do it again.
I'm always keen for a new photo shoot.
Yeah, you're right. No, Ellie did my first photo shoot with Michelle, and then you were.
Michelle, yeah. She's beautiful.
She's the best. That's Michelle from Eyes of Love Photography. Highly recommend.
Shout out. She's beautiful.
Yeah, Southeast Queensland. She is Gold Coast based, but she travels all
Does
over as
the best
well.
photos.
Yeah, I don't think I would go with anyone else.
Well, and also you hire this divine little like Airbnb in like the Dune and Hinterland, and it's like Italian themed maximalism, and it's got this like it's just every time, and it's got this art studio like built off the back with Renata, the lady who runs it, does all these art classes, and they make us food and pasta.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's Noosa Valley Manor, Airbnb. No, I don't think they're on Airbnb. I think they're just B&B. I think you just book directly through
They have
them.
a beautiful son.
Oh my God. So we are aiming, we're just putting it out into the universe, but we think Maddie should be married to their son because then that way we're married into that family because
Exactly.
the family's so good.
I'd do anything to have Renata as a stepmom.
Oh,
really?
Mother-in-law.
Yeah. Well,
She's not going to
mother-in-law.
marry your dad.
Oh,
Dude.
oh, you know what? I'd do it. I'd do it to have her in my family.
Oh, and Roberto's just going to be like sloppy seconds, her husband. Like,
Roberto, we'll find a place for you. That's
well,
okay.
maybe I think Renata's strong enough to have a harem of men at her beck and
I
call.
absolutely agree.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah. Oh my God, did I even tell you that I ran into Renata the other day?
no,
Oh my God. Okay, so I was at Noosa Brows getting my eyebrows done.
of course you were.
Yeah, I know. I sound so Noosa right now. At least I don't look Noosa because I'm not wearing my neutral. You are though. Good on you.
I am
Proud
actually
of
looking
you.
a little bit noosa today.
But you've got colour on your hair. Like you've got something maximalist on your head.
oh, that's just my normal.
Your pom-poms.
Yeah, my pom poms.
Yeah, so it's not very Noosa. Anyway, I was at Noosa Brow and I could hear this woman's voice beside me and I was like, it sounds so familiar. And like we both had our eyes closed because we're getting our fucking brows and eyelashes done. I was like, Renata, is that you? And she's like, who's that? And I'm like, it's Leonie. Oh, darling. And we saw her and Kate kissed each other. And
she's
then
fabulous.
She's just the best. And then I was like, what are you doing after this? And she's like, going grocery shopping. I was like, did you want to go to River Reed and have a coffee? So we just, it was the best. I just need to spend more time with her. Oh, and she was mentioning that your mum's been going out there for art classes and to do her book club.
Mum?
Your mum?
To do her book club?
Yeah, your mum.
Look at this small world we live in. Beautiful
did
women.
Did you not know that?
I knew that they ran. No, I didn't know. I didn't know that.
Oh my God, because
I want to do one of our art classes.
Oh, no, your mum's been going out there. Sorry, Andrea. Have I like is there
what
woman
on
of mystery? And she said to Renata, and I thought it was just fucking hilarious. She said to Renata, "Can I run a metaphysical book club out here?" And Renata said, "What does that mean? Does that mean like you are meeting here spiritually, energetically, but not physically?" She's like, "No, we're reading metaphysical books."
Oh, that's right. We're all just being there in spirit.
On a different plane.
Can I have permission to...
That's right, to energetically gather. It is so
That's
funny.
hilarious.
I
yes.
know. I
yeah,
love
no,
her
I know.
people.
That's so funny. I didn't know she was doing that. Yeah, she's doing a book club. Oh, that's so funny.
And that's where I'm going to get Deb's talking to Renata at the moment to book out in her women's circle workshops.
Yes.
I know, just bring all my people
Everyone.
together.
Oh, I love it.
All
I love
my
it.
people
I'll
together.
bring mum.
Yeah.
Oh, we should do an art class.
Oh yeah. I did want so last episode and the episode before we were talking about my origin story. So we talked about my childhood. Ooh. And then we talked about my love story. Whee! And then we talked about like my business journey. And I'd kind of ended off saying like about how I'd had this big team. And then we also went through this crazy stuff with like book publishing companies. If you haven't listened, you totally should because drama unfolded. And yeah, it was like, I just wanted to wind that up with a bow. It was around that time. So like 7 years ago, I was like, I just need to simplify my business, make it really happy again. We had like 25 staff and I just hated it. And we're like, right, I need to simplify way back down and make it happy for me again. And also like the crazy part is when you are managing a creative company, you don't have time to create anymore. So I would have to write and do all my art on the weekends because I didn't have time during the week because I was too busy fighting business fires. And I was like, this is fucked. This is
That's not it.
Not for me. So changing my business model. So that's when we went back to print on demand publishing, which isn't perfect, but it's so much better than dealing with, a $500,000 print fee plus hostage book situations and just the craziness of that and having to have that amount of staff to deal with that amount of customers.
Yeah.
And I just went back to having one part-time assistant. And that's how I've managed my business now for 7 years.
And it's still thriving and still you're loving it more than ever.
Mm-hmm. It makes more profit than it did in that 2.8 million a year. Yeah.
Just goes to show, hey, there's not one way to do it. Like, I feel like all the time there's someone, preaching or whatever and going, this is the way. This is the way you make money. This is the way you do it. This is the way you succeed. And it's like, no.
It's just one way.
It is.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, I feel really lucky, but I also realized that I was so scarred emotionally from that process. And I also made some awful hiring mistakes. I hired somebody who had narcissistic personality disorder and that really damaged my self-esteem, which is shocking.
Yeah.
Shocking considering how robust it usually is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so just to get to a point where I was simple again and I could just create, and my whole goal is just I just want to be left alone to create. And that's where we're at. And now I'm also in the process now of going I probably do want to expand my audience again and grow a little bit more in revenue and profit, but very intentionally. And so now it's taken this amount of time to get to the point where I feel comfortable with hiring a few more staff again. So we've got 4 part-time VAs currently.
Yeah, wow. And it's feeling good?
It feels really good because I've realized the model that works for me is I have one assistant and then she has all of the assistants that she wants under the sun. So fantastic. I don't manage anybody else. I just talk to my main assistant, which is Zeta.
Yep.
And we have a really good working relationship, been there together for 7 years, and she respects my desire to not manage her, and she likes that. She likes not being managed. She's I like.
She's brilliant. You guys work together so well, don't you?
Yeah,
you're a great team. How did you find her? How did that?
Oh, like here's the thing with like, because I talk about this in How to Hire and Manage a VA, which is like a workshop I run, because people always ask. And I think the best way to hire someone really is one, ask around for recommendations, get a big pool of people, like applications, and then trial them. You have to pay them to do tasks, and really quickly you can work out who's probably going to be a good fit for you or not. So Zeta, she was actually doing part-time work for two of my friends, and I said to them, do you mind if I like hire Zeta for like 5 hours a week? Because like they weren't using her full-time hours or anything like that.
Yeah.
And both of them like, yeah, great. And so she ended up working for me for a long while. I think it was like a couple of years at least before she decided to dedicate all of her client hours to me. And of course, I wanted to make sure that it was okay with my friends because I didn't want to feel like I'd effectively
Zeta's mine now.
That's right. I've fucking stolen her.
Yeah.
But yeah, like they were all groovy about it. And so like I think that's just the way. And we've just built along as we go along, and it's just increased in depth as we've gone along. And like her skills are incredible now, especially since I've just been able to spend so much time in just like training her up, and also just benevolent neglect so she can just work shit out on her own.
It's fabulous.
Yeah. She's like, not everyone thrives with just being completely thrown into the deep end of the ocean, Leonie. And I was like, I understand. And I'm not going to be that girly who just like hand holds you all the way.
No.
It's not for me.
How perfect. You found the perfect person.
Yeah. And I realize
for
now,
you.
I work well in those situations where I'm working with somebody who has autism, who has good levels of emotional intelligence, really good communication skills, because I've had like a working relationship before with another VA years and years ago who had a very similar situation with, and it worked really well. So yeah, I'm keen to just stick along that route and to keep Zeta for as long as possible. Yeah. And then to let her manage whatever team she wants underneath her.
Brilliant. So
yes,
I have questions for you.
Ooh, please.
Right? Okay.
Shut
so just
up.
to explain, like we said, I met you when I was 18, and in that time I've started my own business.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of that has to be credited to you. I feel as in like just that, the bravery to take the step and just your joy and your shit. Like, it's so nice when someone else has confidence in you to that you're gonna do it. You'll be fine. And so yeah, like I wouldn't have done that without you or anything. But I feel like at my age, there's a lot of, or really at any age, but there's a lot of people on that same sort of journey, and there's still so many things that I'm like, it just would be nice to ask someone who knows and who's done it all. Enter Leonie Dawson, Can't Be Categorised, the podcast. And so I've asked some friends who are in similar positions, and I've created a little bit of a list of some questions of just like things that we just like your advice on.
Let's do it.
Okay. If there's any questions that you don't like, just answer them anyway.
Oh, I know I will. I don't think there's anything that's off. Like
Just
off.
you wait.
Oh,
No.
Please, I've yet to find one.
I'd be surprised.
I've yet to find one.
Okay, so number one, right? And this is probably the most asked question that I got. And it was the one question that I find as well that I'm like, I just wish I knew the secret. So you are fearless, right? Is what I look at it in most situations. I think that there's not many times that fear or anything and you let it hold you back, or even if you feel it, you just sort of like, yep, here I am, I'm going for it. Where does it come from? And how do us who do feel that, who who are held back by that, what's your advice on how to how to stop that and get out of our heads and be the amazing unicorn we're meant to be?
And I just think it's a logical decision.
Yep.
Right? Like, it's like when I was 13 or whatever, I remember being at school and noticed that everyone was trying so hard to be liked and trying so hard to be something that they weren't in order to get popularity, right? It was very obvious. And I also recognized that they were, like, even when they became popular or whatever, even when they could perfect the act of the cool person, they still weren't happy. And I was like, because of course you couldn't be happy because you're afraid that it's going to get taken away, or if people discover the real you, then you're fucked, right? And so I was like, well, that sounds like a really stupid game to play, to pretend to be something that I'm not. So I think what I'll do instead is just be me and have the like absolute best time being me. And even if people don't like that, it doesn't fucking matter because I'm still going to be myself and I'll be having so much fun of that. And also like there's going to be some people out there who might like it and they'll be fucking rad to be around. They'll be so fun to be around. And I was like, okay, well, decision made. I won't play the cool game. I won't play something which doesn't seem to have very good dividends in terms of happiness. I might as well just go crazy and just be like full weirdo self and have the best time of it. So it was a logical decision. And I think in terms of being fearless, like it's a logical decision of, does it sound like fun to be afraid? No, then I don't think I will. Is it going to make me richer or happier or more successful or more aligned to my goals if I'm afraid? No, then I just don't think I will.
Yeah.
And also like it doesn't really fucking matter. Like most of the shit that happens.
Yeah, when you can get out of your head about it. Hey.
Yeah. Is it like my mum said one thing that told to me when I was a kid, is it going to matter in 5 days' time? Is it going to matter in 5 months' time? Is it going to matter in 5 years' time? And that's a really good differentiator of like, oh, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I love that. And it reminds me of you say the little thing about the zebra.
Oh, yeah.
Which I love.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing, right? Is like zebras are not out there going, oh God, if only this stripe on me was different, then I'd be worthy. Then I'd be okay. Then I'd allow to be like, I'd be able to be all of myself. No, they're just like, I'm a motherfucking zebra. Look at me go. Like I'm just here in the sun. I'm eating the grass. I'm fucking magnificent. And I feel like that energy of like, I'm fucking magnificent. Look at me live in this moment is true for all animals, really. Like they're so like in themselves going, what the fuck? Look at me go. And I just like humans are animals. So the fact that we might have like gone on a little path and culturally we aren't experiencing that, I don't think it's a natural thing. I think we were born like I don't think we were born to be anything different from what we are. There's nothing on my body that's supposed to be any different from what it is.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's like the whole confidence thing. It's like I am a very moly girl. Moles all over me. And I think for some people that could be a possible cause for confidence, like, self-confidence or something. And for me, I was like, no, I'm like, this is kisses from God. Like this is stars from the sky falling on my body. And I cannot think that it needs to be any different from what it is. I just like, it doesn't make sense that if we were supposed to be something different from what we are, like then we would have been born as that.
Yes.
So why the fuck not? I think as well, like it's helped. Like I had a brother with cerebral palsy and grew up around the disability community and things like that. And just their courage and bravery and going, oh, fuck it, why not? Give it a go to the best of my abilities, the best of my capacities. And my brother was an athlete and he always used to bitch that he wasn't more disabled because he would have liked to compete in more like disabled sports because they're kind of like leveled in terms of what level your disability was, and his was more on the mild side. And he was like, if I was paraplegic, you should have seen me go, like, I'd be all over that. But,
Yeah, wow.
And that was like a real joy in living, like the real joy in the actual capacities that you have. Like, why not enjoy the fuck out of them?
Yeah.
It's just like a waste of fucking time to worry. Like, it's boring. You could be dreaming about really fun things and giving it a fucking go.
That's it, isn't it?
Look, do you want to have a fun life or not? That's all it comes down to.
And bravery is so fun, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why the fuck not? Just give it a go. It's like, I like that TikTok analogy. It's like, well, like if men can do it, why can't I? Like,
And then they wait, if men can do it,
why can't I?
That's so good, isn't it?
Yeah. Like the brain surgeon that's just like, if men can do this, so can I. You know, why the fuck not? Why the fuck not me?
That's it, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't have to be, I don't have to be born into a rich family. I don't have to be born like with a different education. I don't have to like be anything but what I am.
Yep.
And it's just a nice way to enjoy life.
Yeah. Yeah. And choosing that. We have so much choice over the way we live our life. Hey. And sometimes like, I feel like I forget. I'm like, oh, life just happens to me. And I'm like, actually, no, it doesn't. I get to choose.
Yeah. You can make all kinds of wonderful things happen. Enjoy the absolute fuck out of it. Why not?
Yeah.
And you know, like I think as well, like my brother dying at a younger age, it did give me a little bit of an urgency. It's like, well, you actually don't know how long you've got. And I'm really glad he died when he was at a point when he's really happy.
Yeah.
Like I'm so glad he had some fucking great years in there. And I just you genuinely don't know when your time's up. Yeah. So fucking get in there. Get in there, cunt.
Go.
Get in there and go. Why not? It's so much better than just sitting there worrying about stuff. Like I just don't think we were born to second guess ourselves. Do you think God sits around like second guessing herself? No. No, she's like, look what I made.
Look at me go. I'm amazing. Hey, ad time.
Ad time. Oh, that's a sweet, sweet sound of kombucha. Friends, it's Taylor. It's Leonie Dawson. And I want to tell you there is no bad blood when it comes to the Brilliant Biz and Life Academy. If you know all too well that you want to make more money while earning less, you need to go there right now. LeonieDawson.com/academy. It's the place where you get an enormous amount of my workshops and my books and all the coaching I can give you, all the love I have to give in order for you to ascend to the highest tier of Taylor Peakdom. Can you go check it out now, LeonieDawson.com/academy, so I can start wearing these stupid freaking wigs and I'm trying to come up with some really funny copy that would just actually make my life. Thank you so much. Right, best wishes.
Killing it. Okay. Hey.
Yes.
Quick. 3 books. Change your life.
Oof. Succulent Wild Woman by Sark.
Oh, yes. Yeah, Sark. Love her.
Yeah. She is like definitely a wayfinder for me. If you haven't read a Sark book, like stop. Put this down right now. You run so fast and so hard to get a Sark book into you because it's like Deb. I don't think I'd be who I am without Sark. When I found her book for the first time, any of her books, she's written billions of them. And it's just this beautiful, poetic, and it's like handwritten and like it's all illustrated and drawn in. And it looks so unlike other books.
Yeah. And
the way that she talked about how to enjoy life and how to live her life to the biggest, fullest, most scrumptious, magical amount, that was like, oh, thank fuck. She's like a soul lighthouse for us of like the soul lighthouse of going like, oh, you can be like this. You can totally make this your life. That was really cool. Second most life-changing book. This one's just probably a personal one for me, but reading The 4-Hour Workweek by Timothy Ferriss back in when it came out 2007 or so. Yeah. People always ask me like, how the fuck do you do like a 10 million, a 10-hour work week and create the millions that you have? I'm like, there's a fucking book out there, guys. There's like, it was actually written. And I just like followed a lot of the advice in it. Yeah. I think that was just a really nice paradigm shift. And the third one, it's like trying to choose between babies.
Which one's my favourite?
Which one's my favourite? I really love the Byron Katie books. I think she's just been so healing. In my hippie phases, Doreen Virtue was really magical to me, even though she's gone super weird, ultra conservative, denounced all of her previous work as the demon's work. I know.
Oh, shame.
I know. It's like she's had a walk in. It's like she's had like a spiritual, like her whole spirit's left her body. It's so strange. Yeah.
Wow, she's gone through something.
Yeah, she's full conservative now, but whatever. That's cool. I'm grateful for the work that
she gave.
Yeah, during that time. That's amazing. Yeah, I think I think suck. Even if I just say suck, I think that's enough.
Yeah. Okay. Everyone, go out and
Yeah,
read.
Julia Cameron's books are great too. Just all these creative women out there.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I'm into it.
Love it. Hey.
Mm.
Well, that's my next question. I'd like to know 3 women that changed your life, and we sort of talked about it a little bit. But I think mentor-wise, I don't know. I've just finished reading The Red Tent again.
Oh,
which every time I read it, I'm like, my heart and like that. That's what it like makes me feel, and it reminds me of is that and what you were saying before is that your Deb has you, and you have like it's that beautiful lineage. I just want to know because also there's some women who haven't felt that like, and they don't really know, and so it sort of can be hard to find your community. But I'm like, it's so important too. Like it's so necessary.
Sark was definitely a big one for me, especially like she had in the olden days before they had social media. There was forums, and she had the marvelous message board, and it's legendary. There was so many people on it. I joined it when I was like 21, and I met so many incredible women off there, and I'm still friends with them to this day. So I think Sark and her community were really huge for me. Deb and Elenita have been really huge for me. Hiraboga, who I did intensive mentoring with. Hiraboga is like an intuitive mentor based in Canada and just the most wise and beautiful being. They've been massive influences. I feel like Hiro especially helped me get through, becoming a parent and becoming an adult and having boundaries with my family. Like, I don't know if I would have been able to do it without her support, and for her to keep going, no, it's okay. Because I was so indoctrinated into going, no, you must serve your parents at all costs. You don't have another choice. And she was like, actually, you do. You do have another choice.
Crazy, hey?
Yeah.
And your business and your life, like your personal life, are so interwoven too, aren't they? They're not, well, as in, I don't look at you and think, oh, Leonie's got this big business over here that's nothing like, her life or her reflection of that. Has it always been easy to, separate the two, like to shine the person you are in this life as your business as well?
Yeah, because I could have had a government career, and I knew that I would have to close off parts of myself in order to do that. And I didn't want to. I wanted to be all of myself. Yeah. And I could have stayed, doing cubicle job and stuff like that. But again, it was not the fullest expression of me. So when I came to my business, I was like, I don't want to just create a recreation of the corporate environment. I want to have something magical and divine and connected and heart-centered and scrumptious. And I want to make it different from anything I've seen before. So fuck it. Why not? So yeah, I think I've been all in myself in it. In terms of how much I share personally, I should probably share a little bit less personally than I used to, because I used to share a lot of photos with my kids and stuff, and more stories of what it was like parenting when they were little. But as they get older, I do want to try and respect their privacy a lot more and let them have their own story. And also Starry, oh my God, this sweet little button. She's nearly 14, and first week of a new school, she went to a Digitech class, and the Digitech teacher made them Google their own names as just to be aware of their own cybersecurity and things like that. And she was like, Mom, Mother, there was just pages and pages and pages of results. And my teacher asked me if I was an influencer, and I was like, I am so sorry. And she was like, and then I found my birth story where you've written in great detail about giving birth to me, including photos of you where you're obviously nude, but you've just put a flower in front of it. Fucking hell.
You don't think about it, do you? When you're writing
not
the beautiful,
in a moment. I was like, I must be oh my God. So you do not think there's a teenager in your future going, Mother.
How dare you?
Thankfully, we have a really good connected relationship, and she's so emotionally intelligent. She was just like, I understand why you did that. I completely understand. And I just want you to know I don't feel great about this? And I was like, of course you don't. Would you like me to do like a full cleanse of you from the internet? And she was like, yes, I do. So, and she was like, I noticed that it stopped when I was 2. Like she knows that it was only a short period of time. But yeah, I had to go do a big cleanse up of her. And then also like it is strange for her to have a parent because now she's got boys in her class that have worked out who I am and they follow me on Facebook. And they like follow, like if they're listening to this podcast right now, like sweethearts.
If they're listening to this, they genuinely want to start a business.
They're obsessed with me.
No,
they're obsessed with my daughter. So, and then like I had like one kid, like I don't know what his intention was, but he like ran up to me on the playground. He's like, Leonie Dawson, I follow you on YouTube. And I just like blew him a kiss and I was like and subscribe. And then I walked off. And Star was like, you said
to be admired by teenage boys.
What did you say to him? And I was like, I don't know. I just didn't want to give him that much attention. I'd be like, whatever, join the queue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's not usual. My audience is not usually teenage boys. But maybe they're just like
and yet you're still thriving with them as an audience.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, I know. And I mean, like, I just think they're doing it because they're obsessed with my daughter. And who wouldn't be because she's just fucking
divine.
incredible. Ugh, I know.
Love Sarah. I wish I could be sorry when I grow up.
I know, me too. Same.
Okay, so imagine I am a 20-something about to start a business and I have no idea where to start. I have no idea what to do. I just have this idea in my head and I go, oh, I could do something. What's the best resources and what are your tips to go, okay, this is where you should start?
So the thing is, like, yay, you've got the best job of all. You get to play. Yeah. You get to experiment. You get to try all the fucking things. So write a big old list of things that you've ever wanted to try out, and it may come in like different forms than you're expecting. So I don't recommend just quitting your job in order to explore yourself. Like,
yeah,
no.
That was one of my questions.
Yeah, like, fuck no, keep a job because that is your seed funding for your best life. That is the place where you've always got cash coming in. And it's actually really hard to play and explore and experiment and try new things when you are totally terrified all the time of how to feed yourself and how to pay rent. That's not a fun, helpful place to be in, I don't think. No. You can just give yourself the freedom. And you're not like you're not on a race. Just try and enjoy like that part of the journey. And so like I did so much crazy shit. Like I tried belly dancing for fuck's sake. Like anything that had crossed my mind. I took like 12 different subjects at university. Like I was studying art history at one point and just all the different things I was playing and trying and seeing what business model would work really well for me and what I loved doing and where I was getting economic traction as well. And there's no shortcut to that because there's no like one right way to run a business, and it's also got to rely on your specific desires and skill set and gifts, and you got to just try all of them out. Everything I've done has been a blessing and contributed to this, and including my office jobs. Like even now when I'm doing like my monthly data days, for my spreadsheet and stuff like that. I do traffic light reporting on them, which is like green, yellow, red compared to like where they are compared to my goals. And that's something I learned in fucking financial reporting at Department of Industry. You get all of these experiences, like doing website redesigns. When you're in the thick of it in a corporate environment, you're like, this is a load of shit. And then you do it in person and you're like, oh, this is a load of shit. But I know that it's a load of shit. Like it's just hard work. So it's a process. So like everything is a gift. Everything is leading you to success. Everything is an opportunity.
I love it.
Me too.
So awesome, isn't it? The possibilities for us when we just, go for it. I love it. Yeah, okay. So I wanted to ask what a couple of your favourite moments are, like from your business, your career, your just like moments that you're like, oh, I remember that with such fondness. Like that's, and I guess we've talked about it a little bit, but do you have any that pop up? Oh, before that. Ad time.
Ad break. Ad break. Hear the sweet sound of that ad break. Welcome back. Delicious. Do you want to ask me that question again?
Yeah, okay. So the next question that I would love to know about is beautiful, special moments in your business, your career. Any come to mind that you're proud of?
I mean, one, there's the internal thrill. Like when I create something and I'm like, this is fucking rad. Like this is fucking delicious. You know, this is scrumptious. I remember like when I wrote during quarantine, I wanted to gift myself the writing a romance novella because I really like, obviously, porny books. And I also felt afraid of doing it. I was like, fuck it. If I'm afraid of it, I'll have to try it. I have to try it. And I had to like also like talk through it with like Chris and one of my besties who's a book editor. I was just like, I'm really like there's obviously there's so much desire there to do it. And there was also some fear about doing it because it was something I'd never done before. So talking through it and then be like, fuck it, I'm going all in, gonna do it. And then, you know, it only took me like maybe 10 days to write it. I'm a pretty fast writer, and also it doesn't take that much time to write a book if you're not like, if you don't have your head stuck up your own asshole in indecision and like, oh God, is this good enough? Like, fuck it, just write it anyway.
Yeah.
It's like what I teach in 40 days to finish your book, because you can finish a book in 40 days. You just need to stop thinking about writing a book and just write the fucking thing. It's not that hard.
That's it, isn't it? And you teach how to self-publish through that, hey?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Self-publish or print on demand or publish or get a publishing deal. There's so many options. So many options. And what were we talking about?
We were talking about moments in your career.
Oh, yeah, of course. Okay, so I remember like the moment when I finished that book and I just cried. I was just so happy with myself for giving myself the gift of that creative time. And I think any time I've created like something and I'm just like, oh, you fucking did it, Leonie, you fucking champion. Like, I'm so proud of you. Like, internally, it's just such a thrill to have done something and birthed something beautiful and new into the world. It's just a real joy. So there's like that internal aspect, and I probably get that more often because I'm quite internal. And then secondly, it is always a real joy to go out in person and meet people. And that's tricky because I'm a bit of a hermit. But like last year, it was such a highlight to go to like the Osmompreneur conference in Sydney and speak there. And
in the Heart-Centered Business Conference?
Yeah, the Heart-Centered Business Conference. And I remember like, I think everyone at the Heart-Centered Business Conference already kind of knew me, and like the Osmompreneur community, not everyone did. And so, you know, I got up there, I did my talk, and I got off stage, and the thing that shocked me was that I had people like lining up to hug me who'd never heard of me before, and they were crying, and because they were like, oh, it's my person. Like, I found someone like me, and it's so hard to find somebody like me in business.
Yes.
And that's a real fucking thrill. And also like they were just they were my people too. When people are like, you're my person, I'm like, yes, you're my person. And so like we just had glorious times. Like at one point in the gala awards night, it went for hours, like 6 hours, and like past midnight. And I was just like at capacity at one point. So I just went and lay on the floor, like near the toilets. I was like not in the toilets, just want to be clear. But I was just like laying on the floor, and people were stopping and going, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, no, it's fine. Just need some horizontal time. It's fine, doll.
Chill.
And then like these beautiful humans who'd connected so much with me, they were like, can I come and lie down with you? And I'm like, yes, please. And so we just formed this huge cuddle puddle on the floor. And there was just, I don't know, there's half a dozen people, and people would keep coming and leaving, and like, and it just kept getting added to. It was just like this organic little pile of puppies on the floor. And
how sweet.
Spooning, like just people I've never met before. It was beautiful. I love that sort of shit. So yeah, I love when I can turn up and just be all of myself. And if that can be some kind of lighthouse for another person, I'm fucking all over it.
Yeah, and you're that for so many people. Because I went to the Heart-Centered Business Conference with you, and it was phenomenal. But I only knew you from school, right? I knew that you did online work. I didn't really know how big or anything you were. I walked in, and I realized I was like with a celebrity. I was like, I know that sounds silly. Like I know a celebrity in your world, but people like were like, I was like, whoa. And just the amount of love people feel for you, and how close they feel, because you're so honest in life and online, that you're the exact same person in life. So they feel, you have this like really intimate connection with your audience, which is amazing. But I was shocked. I was like, oh my God, Leonie's actually famous. I was like, what the hell? And we're like, oh, you're here with Leonie Dawson? And I was like, sir, what is this? So this is crazy.
It's because like, as you know, I'm just Leonie with you guys, like, you know, and most of my friends have no fucking clue, like,
No.
and they're like, they kind of know, but they're like, whatever. It's like our friend Bron was like, do you have a website, Leonie? Oh, well done. Well done.
You're so impressive.
Oh, what's on having a website? And I was like,
That's so Bron.
fuck, babes. We've been friends for 5 years and she's still got no fucking clue. It's the greatest. Because she doesn't know and she doesn't care, and that's how I like it.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
Yeah, and so there's like Leonie Dawson, there's just Leonie, and then there's the Leonie Dawson, and people are like, you're here with the Leonie Dawson.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. It's like Deb. Deb is so funny. She's a massage therapist in Canberra. And so I always say to people like publicly, like, oh, go see one of my besties, Deb. She's incredible. Deb has a very dry sense of humor. And they'll be like, oh, I heard about you from Leonie, you know, the Leonie Dawson. And she's like, ugh, yeah, her. And they're like, what do you mean? Like, are you best friends? And she's like, well, I'm her best friend, but she's not really my best friend. And then she'll say, like, have you met her in person? And they're like, oh, not yet. And she'll be like, well, just lower your expectations, doll. Like, that's all you can do. That's such a dry sense of humor. And she just gets the absolute fucking thrills out of it. And I think it's fucking hysterical. Like,
That's great.
Hard, Deb. That is so funny.
Oh, that's golden. I love that.
But yeah,
She's listening to this now, like, oh my God, she's obsessed with me.
Oh, she absolutely is. Absolutely is. And then she also likes to pit me because she's got another like very dear best friend, and I've never met her, and she's known Deb for longer than me. And so there's this like, I feel a real rivalry between me and this person.
Absolutely.
And if Deb's listening to this, she knows exactly who it is. And Deb plays up with it. She's like, oh, well, I just spoke to you know who, and I was like, and
I don't care.
yeah, she's like, I just went to Hawaii for 5 weeks with her. Oh, fuck off. She said like, oh, whatever.
Who wants to go to Hawaii anyway?
Right. So when I voicemail her, I'm like, I'm your number one best friend. This is the number one best friend. It's Leonie, by the way. Of course it's Leonie. There's only one best friend in your life. So possessive.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's a friendship real if it's not possessive.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
This is true. I want her to have such a good life, and I want her to go to Hawaii for 5 weeks with amazing people. But I also want to be her most favorite person in the world. Is that too much to ask?
No.
Thank you.
Don't feel like you're too much.
Hey.
In fact, I think you should amp it up a little bit. Let's go even harder. Yeah.
Well, you can meet Deb and then see how we can play into this.
Yeah, fantastic.
It'll be so fun.
One of my last ones. Where do you see yourself? Because did you see yourself being where you are today back then?
No. I was just like, honestly, my only thing was like, oh, it'd be really good if I could like build a shed on my parents' property to live in and just like live real cheap, have like a veggie patch and stuff to live off. And if I can just not send my kids to daycare, that was actually just my biggest goal.
Wow.
I don't know. I just felt really strongly about daycare.
Yes. Yeah.
But then I have friends who have like, they send their kids to daycare and it's fucking amazing. And then sometimes I look back at like how hard like the early years were, and I was like, maybe it would have been nice if you believed in daycare a bit more.
Too late.
Too late.
I'll have to have another one.
Yeah, no.
No, universe, no.
No. I got my tubes like completely decimated to prevent that from happening. Yeah. I'm just not good at being pregnant, like, and it's too life threatening for me.
Which is such a shame because you're such a good mum.
Thank you. I am. Yes. And I make such incredible humans.
Yes. The best humans, really.
Yeah, I know.
They're so beautiful.
I know. But also I think like it's probably good. Like I'm pretty maxed out. Executive functioning would be pretty shit with anything more. And I also know about myself that I do get very clucky because I was only going to have one child. And then Beth came to visit me in a dream and said that I was her mummy. And I was like, oh, no. And she's like, no, I promise you're my mummy. And I woke Chris up and I was like, we've got to have another baby. It just came to visit me. And he's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? We've spent like years, like 3 years, you saying very fervently,
no.
Only one child, because I wasn't coping very well. And I thought one's it. Plus I created the perfect child to begin with.
Yeah,
So why would I drink more? So I know that there's this clucky capacity inside me, and if I get dream visited by another one, I will be like, oh, who cares if I nearly died last time and spent most of my time in hospital in emergency because I got really sick with hyperemesis gravidarum. Who fucking cares? Let's just have another baby. It'll be so nice. So no, that's right. Decimate that. Just take those ovaries away from me.
Perfect.
And then when Beth was born, she was so fat and so cute and she slept so much.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, and I was like, Chris, we need to have another baby. We know that I can't do this again. Too life-threatening. Let's foster, let's adopt, let's have more. And he's like, no, child, not for us.
Not today.
Not today.
Ever.
Not ever. And good call.
Yeah.
Good call.
Well done.
Yeah, somebody's got to
Chris.
have sane sense, and it's him.
Yeah. He's the rock, isn't he?
He is the rock beneath my wings.
The rock beneath your wings.
I don't know.
Just imagine he's
Just
this bird,
stoning the crow. Stone the crow. No.
Okay, so you never ever thought, which I think calls to all women, because who's gonna dream like openly or like that big that they can be that without the fear of it. And it's so awesome to see that you've gone from just wanting to not send your kids to daycare, like, and just wanting a separate end to where you are. So where do you see yourself going? Like, how is it a bigger picture now? Or is it the same? Or
No, pretty simple. I mean, I don't want to live in a shed anymore. Fuck off. Like, it's probably way too hot. I quite like having a nice big house. It's lovely. It's actually delicious. So I think like just the biggest dreams is I would like to do some traveling. I like to go to England and maybe do some like just drawing about it.
Oh.
Like, it's still pretty simple dreams, I think. I'm a simple girly.
So imagine where we see you in 10 years.
Just like more of the same. Richer, of course, because that's my destiny, obviously now. And just like navigate all of the different experiences of life, you know, like I'm going to be 50 then, and there'll be a whole other big bunch of life lessons to learn, and I would like to just keep on feeling them, experiencing them, and then creating and sharing that experience in whatever ways I can. And yeah, I'm not a girly that's like, oh, I need to go overseas every 3 months or anything like that. It's like if I can have 1 or 2 good trips, that'd be amazing. Like, it doesn't take much to amuse me.
Yes, yeah. Oh, how lovely.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
that's good fun. Yeah, and then also just like as I can continue to reinforce our financial life, then it's also looking at like what more I can do with philanthropy and those kinds of things. And eventually, like, it'll be a stage of like once the kids have left school, what next? Because I don't know, it might be nice to be a little bit like spend part of the year living in other places as well, because I quite like that kind of thing. It'd be nice to like live in Canberra for 3 months of the year because I still love Canberra, or Tasmania, or there might be some other soul place that I want to spend more time in.
Yeah. Oh, how lovely. Okay.
Fucking nailed it. Oh, yeah. You just listened to the podcast and it was fucking great. Again.